Hey there, this is Joffrey, and in this video we're going to discuss how we manage our incoming calls. So right now we are using a service called Callrail, and we're going to use this system so we can track calls, and we can screen incoming calls, and we can remove duplicates, find out which campaign a guy is calling from, and then get all that information into our seller leads app so our VA or calling guy can give a call to this seller. So let's say that we have recently, let's say that I done some kind of a campaign, let's say a postcard marketing. So once I've sent out the postcards, I came to my campaigns app and I created a new campaign, which I did a few minutes ago. So I created a new campaign using this add campaign button, this one, simply postcard marketing. You can see today's date on it. It's live. I send out postcards. That's the phone number. That's the tracking number. I have assigned it. And now here are some campaign stats. So that's how much it costed. And here is the number of postcards I've sent, and the cost per lead is this much. Now, let's say that as we already have assigned this number to this tracking number, which means this number has been sent along the postcards, and this is the number which seller will be calling us on. So what happens whenever someone calls this number? So let's say I go ahead and I call this guy, and I'm a seller and I receive a postcard. So we are just calling this number right now. Right now, I'm acting as a seller. We received a postcard, and on the postcard I saw this phone number, and I'm calling this number to let whether I'm interested, intrigued, or just not interested. So I just got connected. It's ringing. Now I can left a voicemail, and in the voicemail I might put a property address like, hey, I received a postcard about 123 Main Street property. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I'm about to leave a voicemail. Hey, this is Joffrey. I received a postcard from you regarding my property, 123 Main Street. Please call me back. I'm interested to listen more about your offer. Thank you. Now, as a seller, I just hang up the call. Now, what happened is that now we're going to go into our Callrail app and check if we got a new record there or not. And also we go into our seller leads app as well, because that's where the leads will eventually go. So we're in the seller leads app, and all the leads, it doesn't matter whether they are coming from Craigslist or whether they are coming from calls or from web forms, all those leads actually go into the seller leads app. Okay, now let's just go into the Callrail app and see if we got a new call record in there or not. There we go. We just got a new record in there. And right now, the Callrail, it doesn't perform a lot of stuff. It doesn't have a lot of automations. What it's basically doing for us is that it's bringing leads in, screening it, filtering it out, and then simply sending the right lead to the right place. For example, you see right there, a few seconds ago the lead got created. It also find out what's the campaign the guy's calling from. The guy's calling from this campaign because we called this phone number. That's my phone number right there. I left a voicemail, so there is this link, and here is the callback link. So once it sorted out all that information, what it did, it automatically pushed this lead into our seller leads app. If I refresh the seller leads app, you will see a lead there. There you go. Sorry, it's New York, because I'm using a New York number. So here is your lead right now, and few things has been done. First, as soon as the lead gets created in the seller leads app, the guy gets an email and a text message, like an introduction email or text message. So let's see, I go back to my Google Voice and see if I got any text or not. There you go. So I just got thank you for contacting Chucky by Lucky Houses, all that, and here is the phone number. So all that information, you're basically getting an introduction text message. Now you can basically edit that text message as well, and to edit it, so we have to go to this configuration app. And in the configuration app, we have a configuration or settings. If I click on it, so it basically says what we do whenever a lead gets created. So we simply say, simply send this guy a text message. Okay, so this guy get this text message. If we had put both, then this guy would have got an email and a text message, and in the email it would set this, all that information. So basically that's where you come if you want to edit the introduction email or text message. So let's get back to our seller leads app. So a new lead was created, and what it did, it assigned a task to our calling guy to go ahead and call the seller. And by the way, that was the text which was sent out, as you already know. So check out this. So whatever information we had in our Callrail app, all that information has been shifted in here. Here is the person name, because Callrail sometimes give us person name, and if they doesn't have a person name, they simply give us the city name. So you see the city name right there. Here is the phone number they called us from, the seller called us, my number. Here is the callback link. I can click this button to call back this guy. See right there? So that's a button I can use to call back. I can also listen to a voicemail using this. Now while I'm listening to the voicemail, I can determine who's the guy who just called us. For some reason it's not loading it. Might be my connection. And if I use this button which says call back, I can basically go ahead and call back within my browser using the soft phone service. Also, it also sends out rest of the information. For example, the campaign is right there. So basically the Callrail helps you figure out and filter everything, and once we have figured out and filtered everything, it simply pushes that lead into our seller leads app. Now what happens if this guy calls us again? Does it create a new seller leads app in the seller lead app, or does this guy get another introduction email? No, it doesn't. So what happened? Let's just go ahead and call this guy again and see what happens. So right now I'm calling the investor again who got the postcard from. That will be my second call. And what I want to show you that is what happened when you get a duplicate lead from the same person. So right now I'm just calling, and I'm going to left a voicemail. I'm going to leave a voicemail on this, and I'm simply going to hang up. So what it will do, it will create a new lead in the Callrail app, but it will not create a new lead in the seller leads app. It will search whether this lead already exists in our seller leads app or not. If it does exist, instead of creating a new lead, it updates the existing record. So I just left a voicemail and see what happens in the Callrail app and what happens to the seller leads app. Actually, let's just stay here. Right now, that was the first lead we got a few minutes ago. Right now, so this is like the oldest record. This is like the first oldest record we have. So if this guy calls us again, then what happened is that this next action, right now it just created a new lead in the Callrail app, and now the the Callrail and seller leads are communicating with each other, and seller lead asking like, hey, if this guy already in my seller record or not. If it is already in the seller record, instead of creating a new lead, it will simply update the next action from the first attempt made initial contact to callback check activity in comments, and the stage of lead will be simply changed to responded in communication. And there is like a 30 seconds delay to make sure that everything communicates with each other and there is no delay. Now, meanwhile we are doing that, we also had a campaign app. So what this campaign actually do for us? So this campaign also give us stats on the properties as well. So let's just go to the campaigns app. So we are in the campaigns app, and you see these campaigns are also giving us stats. So how many calls we got? So far we only have gotten one call, and that generated one motivated seller because we have it in the seller leads app. So far we have not created any offer, because whenever we push a lead into our offers app, which means we are ready to put an offer, this basically increases or put an increment of 1 in it. And whenever someone accepts our offer and we push him into the under contract deal, this simply put total offer accepted and simply increment 1 in it. So let's just get back to our seller leads app and see if the record has been updated or not. Awesome. So we just got back to the seller leads app and check this out. A few seconds ago, I told you this put like a 30 seconds delay in it. So the next action, whatever it was before, has been changed to call back, check activity and comments. Lead status has been put responded in communication, and you can check the activity as well. So instead of creating a new lead, it updated the oldest record. So this way this guy gets only one introduction email for the first time he calls, and now this way we can get rid of the duplicate leads. In short, this Callrail app is all about bringing leads in, filtering them out, parsing all the information, putting them into their fields, finding out the campaign, and then it automatically pushes this lead into our seller leads app. Only if the seller lead doesn't have this phone number already in his record. If this phone number already exists in the seller leads app, instead of creating a new lead, it simply updates the oldest record. Now once it's a new lead, let's say we have first attempt, made initial contact, it assigns a task to our guy to go ahead and make a call, and the guy get notified, the calling guy, he comes down and start making call. In the next video, we're going to talk about how the seller leads app works and different features.